Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and riveting, amazing Propagandacast from your host, Paul.A.D, Master Propaganda Hero Flight Defender of the Fatherland, of Hitter 1 versus 1 on Crossing in the Woods. In the north, it's VonIvan fighting for the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland, taking on the role here of the 10th SS Panzerdivision Frundsberg. Whereas in the south, it is Paul.A.D fighting for King and Country, the Commonwealth. The 11th Armored Division, we got German infantry right away here from VonIvan with infantry machine guns, Panzerfaust versus Paulie-D's special weapons, tactical support, and a Royal Artillery with grenades, specifically range bulletins, and infantry and universal carrier bulletins there as well. Grenadiers, MG42s there for VonIvan, standard start there, Paul.A.D with a bunch of sections, similarly standard. Into the universal carrier there, which is also one of the more standard openings. Sandbags being laid up here, behind some light cover, that way the opponent can't effectively use the heavy cover as well. So that's sort of one way to sort of, try and negate the opponent using your sandbags against you. Seizing points here. And the universal is halfway done. We got a Royal Artillery. So it's going to be a Royal Artillery versus German infantry. These being westwards, MG42 securing the cuff point there. As the Pioneers race straight for the fuel point here. Probably just in case I'll check if there's any Brits there. But so far, Paulie is rushing neither way. In fact, he's splitting up, sort of focusing on both sides slowly here. Whereas VonIvan is now initially focusing on one side, which is generally what you want to do with the Wehrmacht anyway. So you kind of want your stuff to work around your machine so that would deal with any enemies that may arrive in the early moments. Universal rushing westwards here. Pioneer's almost done with the fuel point there. He's going to need to get some grenadiers in close to deal with that. The Panzerfaust. It's section moving up here. Looks like Paulie might, of course, not having an idea how the positions are for VonIvan, trying to flag in here, sort of trying to disrupt him in the early game with the section. That's exactly what he's doing here. He's got an idea of how VonIvan's going to position his stuff. Usually you've got an idea how most players position their stuff after playing a game a bunch and they get behind. In this case, though, VonIvan had not set up the machine and line and actually set up to then counter the flank here by Paul.A.D. So that's, I suppose, a bit of a fortuitous luck there by VonIvan. Grenadiers moving up here, though. Now all of a sudden the section is trapped as it found the table turns on it. Universal also falling back now, going to try and engage VonIvan here further. It's going to have to retreat that section soon while it can do some damage. The problem is right now it is being overwhelmed as VonIvan is bringing most of his forces to bear on it here in the early game. Third section out there for Paulie-D. Universal coming in, section retreating, trying to get the devil out of there before Harry Han puts them below the ground. And he's taking Monocashers there from the Universal carrier and his little Bren gun there mounted on the front. Territory in the east being secured. This remaining section, noting sandbags up here as well to sort of help further defend. In fact, very consistent sandbagging there from Paulie-D. Section versus Pioneers here. Going to be taking amount of casualties. MG42 setting up. Section here reinforcing. We got take up there for Paulie-D. Probably the sappers or sniper here to deal with VonIvan's early game. Could also, of course, be setting up for the AC Mark 3 as fast as possible. That is also very possible here. So securing the eastern victory point there. VonIvan is starting to get more and more aggressive here with his opening. The cascade being added to the universal carrier. That's only going to make it harder there for VonIvan to move his infantry about freely. And my apologies there, my cat is quickly popping in. I'm just going to get him out of the way so he doesn't end up causing any more of a fuss. So there we go. Hang on. Go. Sappers on the way there for Paulie-D. Grenadiers machine here as the universal carrier there. Section moves westwards. He's going to try and play around here. VonIvan's attempted to pin on the carve point. I mean, even as the section up here is doing its own work here. Grenadiers out there as the section light cover. That's going to be, I think, an easy win here for the section, unless VonIvan can catch him off guard with a rifle grenade here. And, well, the attack is almost down, so it's not impossible here for VonIvan to pop a rifle grenade there and finish the deed. We'll have to see what it ends up with. Universal carrier need repairs. Sappers will, are in fact on way to fix that. And we got a retreat here. Possibly worried about a rifle grenade. Paulie-D decides in this case that the wisest decision is not to leave that opportunity open. That's probably the right decision. Back here, Universal almost fixed up. VonIvan is keeping up the pressure against Paulie-D and his verdammte Inselhafen. VonIvan following up here with the 250 half track. Die leichter Schützenpanzerwagen. And he's slightly falling back. Universal on the move there for 3 kills, close to veterans 1. Troops reinforcing. Fourth section there for Paulie-D. That's pretty bold. And no sign of the bonus upgrade that which you usually be sort of beginning to expect at this point. But instead, Paulie-D is committing to an awful lot of sections. So we'll have to see where that goes. You can, of course, try and flank about here. And that's Mark was doing. Pioneers moving eastwards. Grenadiers moving in the east. Machine gun has been retreated back here for reinforcement. VonIvan felt that was a bit too risky. fuel cut off there for VonIvan, but he's about to take back the eastern fuel instead. Sappers versus Pioneers up close. Not good there for the Sappers, by the way, since they have no flame for blows, but importantly, they got into the heavy cover, so they actually began taking more damage. Certainly not increasing the chance of winning that engagement. There you go, Pioneers are going to get hit by the section of the US guys charging in. Veterans 1 gain, 5 kills. Puts you wipe here on the Pioneers. That would certainly be a bit of a blow hit for VonIvan in the early game. Losing the Pioneers, of course, means you can't easily build stuff, repair. And of course, there's also a chance of dropping the flamethrower. But looks like, oh, VonIvan might just have the devil's luck here. We got the 250 half-track rushing with Grenadiers in it. Pioneers managed to survive their close shave here for VonIvan. 250 half-track there, rushing forwards. Storms prevail here for VonIvan. Immediately caught him in to further disrupt Paulie D's defense on the right-hand side. They're going to do some light machine inside the half-track. MP forges away there for Stormtroopers, and Paulie D immediately retreats here. The situation has deteriorated too fast here for him to contain the German onslaught. But he gets the machine gun lost. He wasn't paying attention in the west. Did not think about it, and Paulie was able to ambush it and wipe it. That's pretty big there, though. He probably should be quick about retreating it, since the half-track will quickly clear that out. One out here very fast, but say filled with Stormtroopers. Stormtroopers in the half-track, by the way, can do some serious damage. UMS coming in to try and support it, doing some damage to this machine guns on the 250 half-track. You can see the VonIvan is quick to abandon it with the Grenadiers, and probably to control out there. We've got suppressive fire as well here to further make it harder for VonIvan to continue the advance. Victory points wise, pretty close between two with a small lead for VonIvan. Grenadiers, Pioneers moving ahead here, back here, troops reinforcing. And further nothing happening there back at base for Paulie D at the moment. Do we have any upgrades? None. Instead, we got the AC Mark 3 on the way here for Paulie D. Probably help counter the half-trap, but also just put more pressure on VonIvan. In each section, the Sappers go up against Storms. There you go. Tactical advance allows them to quickly gun down the Sappers, depriving Paulie D of any sort of repair elements. And of course, just getting a wipe there. I mean, very strong uses there of the tactical advance by VonIvan. Quickly popping a smoke grenade, probably to cover the retreat here, or in this case, apparently just scare off Paulie D. AC, though, it's almost down there for Paulie D. Almost, but not quite. 9 kills there, close to between 2 on the Universal Carrier. Troops reinforcing here for Paul.A.D. Phenom going territory here and there, and Stormtroopers there are going to have to retreat. Otherwise, they could risk a wipe there, which would be a bit of a shame there for VonIvan. Would be a bit of a shame. And the rest of AC, though, straight into the Grenadiers, risking Pantherfaust. Paulie D at this stage of the fight is not particularly concerned about that. VonIvan, by the way, has a yet to build the like to make a nice company, and AC went down here, or the US went down to Telemine. Nice work there by VonIvan. Second Stormtrooper squad out, by the way. That is 2 Stormtrooper squads. Quite an aggressive investment, but I like it. I like it. MP40 is there, done. That forms up now 2 full assault squads here for VonIvan. Ready to pepper the enemy with a lot of fire, and there you go. Got the machine gun here wiped out again. He's going to probably grab that back. And the Pioneers, probably because they're inside the half-track, also got stunned by the shot. Which is a bit interesting. They're slowed down, if you will. My God, Jürgen, we've got engine damage. Dear people, Otto, we don't have engine damage. Oh, and why are we walking around slowly? I don't know. Somebody's moving up here against AC. Pantherfausting it. And fresh sappers out here for Paulie to help prepare his stuff. I imagine he's going to try and push out the Valentine here to sort of put more pressure on VonIvan with some armor. And I'm suspecting here VonIvan is rushing for 2-3. Going to try and go for the Supreme Core and then push out a Panzer. In which case, of course, double Stormtroopers can quickly be equipped with, Panzer strikes, at least that way to occur up. And of course, with MP40s, they don't, suffer that massive of a DPS drop. But of course, you need to be careful with it, but you can sort of get away with it. So there's some option there for VonIvan, except of course he's really short on munitions at the moment. Sections moving up there, going to grab the Western Victory Point. We've got a bit of a lead there for Paulie D at the moment. Back here, nothing further happening. We'll have to see if VonIvan next begins taking up soon or not. Bunker up though for VonIvan and the 10th SS Panzer Division. Pioneers against the section in the east. In the west section, they've been engaged with There go, Rifle Grenade off. Wipes one of Paulie's section. A big blow there. Massive. On top of losing the machine gun back there to Phenom, Paulie D is certainly struggling here, and it certainly starting to look like he's going to have to put all of his eggs in a Valentine tank-shaped basket here. Though AC going to go for the weapon the gun it is, and if he can pull that off, that's certainly going to help compensate at least for some of the losses he suffered here against Paulie D. But there you go. Right, VonIvan pops a smoke grenade with the storms and hope to buy time, but it doesn't. It does not discourage, and there you go. Grenadier spotted the dust, and there we go. The Valentine command tank is now being dispatched here to support Paul.A.D here at the front line. And he's destroying the bunker inside of his base as well. There we go. We got the tech there for VonIvan. And he might even get the pioneers. Oh, double. Ow. That pretty much means, A, he took out the bunker, which is great, but also importantly, he's now forced VonIvan to have to go for an additional 200 manpower. He wants to build anything, so his tier 3 rush is running into mission, and the AC is doing a lot of damage inside of VonIvan's base as well there. VonIvan for now though is keeping it cool. He's not just rushing everything back there, since that of course just caused even more harm, so cool nerves there by VonIvan, but certainly very nasty display there by the AC, and certainly shows what it can be so dangerous. Took out the medic bunker, the bastard. That's going to be quite painful there for VonIvan, since that's another hit, 150 manpower, plus 60 munitions. Just had to check if that was his mine or VonIvan's mine, but that was one of his mines. AC moving up here, and of course now VonIvan is in a very sore spot because he rushed for tier 3, and now he's getting banished here by Paulie D, who's ganging up on him with the AC, and of course the Valentine tank. And VonIvan right now has no counters. He doesn't even have the munitions for a Panzer Shrek, so he's going to have to get this Atomic fast and probably have to go for Stug or Osman maybe to just try and deal with this. Section in the west was routed by the Grenadiers, but this is certainly the time I think now for Paul.A.D to try and push back VonIvan, consolidate as much ground as possible, dig in as hard as possible, and of course replace casualties as he inflict as many as possible on VonIvan. So there you go, Valentine tank hammering away. The Valentine was known as an infantry tank in British armoured doctrine. They were meant to back up the infantry attacking. It was essentially the predecessor to the Churchill tank. Quite early when it was first introduced, quite armoured there, but obviously by this stage of the war, less amazing. The Russians actually received a bunch of Lend-Lease and had some good success with them. I think at least they were reasonably impressed with them. Valentine again, Grenadiers shattering cover and whatnot, and preferably some hands. And there you go, they've got a bit too close here for now, panzerfausting it, but no engine damage. And these bit of movement here, AC being repaired. Machine gun dealing there with Paul's infantry. And that's going to the section here. Valentine, of course, ready to support there with its 75mm gun. And we got a grenade off. We do get grenades. And VonIvan suffers a full wipe. He's down to, in fact, now just one Grenadier squad, having had 3. He's now, of course, very now relying on the Stormtroopers to do most of the work. Looks like he's going to go for the Panther 4 here, and that's going to be very necessary. Until then, the Stormtroopers will have to hold the line for the fatherland. I wonder how tactical advance looks like with a flamethrower, though. That's an interesting one. Probably doesn't make much of a difference, as again, it doesn't care about accuracy, and tactical advance is very much about an accuracy bonus, but it's sort of funny to think about. Pops the smoke grenade there, very good. He's going to have to retreat now before the Valentine, the rest of it takes up most of his stuff. He's got the Panther on the way, that's good. Stormtroopers are stalling, but for how much longer can they stall? Machine gun there takes a sundering hit here from the Valentine tank. Panther 4 halfway done. Machine about to get wiped out again here by Paul.A.D and the 11th Armoured Division. Stormtrooper looks like it's going to make it back into those communities moving forward. So they're going to try and Panther Fow's there, try and save the Stormtroopers. And they do succeed. They do succeed. So close there, though. Panther 4's almost done it for VonIvan. Now, of course, it's going to be Paulie D's time to worry a bit there. Of course, he does have the Valentine and the AC to sort of try and deal with those. So, yeah. Things got very heated very fast. And there you go, the Panther 4 arrives for the fatherland. The 10th SS. AC is going to be the first target hit. It's up with the wrath of the Panzerkampfwagen of the Deutsche Panzerwaffe. And there you go, AC pop smoke retreats here. Panther 4 takes out the AC, leading Paulie D now with only the Valentine tank to fend off against the Panther 4. That is definitely not advantageous there for Paulie D. He's going to have to go for anti-tank guns since he went for no tech up. So he has no other tanks to bring in. Valentine is struggling to hit there. The Panther 4. Oh dear. For some reason they turn and the Valentine is down. The Panther 4 strikes. Paulie D is going here for 6-pounder guns. But that was pretty big there of a loss. And of course, as always, it's very much worth keeping in mind that unless you're playing with American tanks, most other tanks tend to have a 50% accuracy penalty on the move, meaning they tend to miss a lot. Which is kind of why you want to do like move, stop, shoot, then move. Like if you just keep moving about, you might eventually hit, but in many cases you're going to have a very hard time hitting anything, especially infantry. Section a bit of trouble with the Panther 4. Another Valentine tank here from Paulie D. He just wants tanks. And now a bold move here by Paulie D versus VonIvan. And these two Pioneers versus Section. Grenade off. Almost got a wipe. In fact, could finish off the Pioneers. Nope. Gets away. Close one. Valentine with 6-pounder gun supporting now versus the Panther 4. Direct hit here. Shot bounced. Watchtower here. Sniper's Nest is blocking the line of fire. There you go, direct hit from the 6-pounder gun on the Panther 4, putting down to less than half health. Victory points wise, we do have a small lead for VonIvan over Paul.A.D. Neither side really gaining anything more than a incremental edge over the other one, it seems. More Pioneers for VonIvan and the 10th SS. Love to see what ends up with next, but I imagine more Panther 4s, and then he might consider, I suppose, going for tier 4 at some point. Or he could just go for more Panther 4s. Stormtroopers with the Valentine tank here. Smoke grenade off. Good use of smoke grenades there by the Stormtroopers for now here. Very nice work there. Very nice. Trying to catch them up there, but VonIvan is proving to be elusive. Also noting that Paulie D has both of the sections by now. So they have that. And of course the grenades making them very nasty troops. Stormtroopers, they're taking heavy damage here. Would be a bit unpleasant for VonIvan now to lose infantry. Since he's very much operating at the lower acceptable limit here, I would say number of infantry squads, so one mistake here could leave VonIvan struggling quite a bit there versus Paul.A.D. Going for the curve point here with the machine gun, aggressive play there by VonIvan, but at least it's active machine gun play. Back here, Storms ready to reinforce. Worth noting, we have not seen any veteran squad leaders for the Grenadiers, despite having the exact doctrine for that, so that's a bit amusing. Grabbing points here. Stormtroopers versus Section. Panther 4 versus the Section as well. Heavy cover in the centre. Phenom 61 versus Phenom 70. They're keeping a very close pace in terms of victory points. Neither player really gaining a big edge over the other one for very long. Sturmgeschütze for VonIvan, so he's clearly worried about armour here. And the possibility that Paulie D might bring up more than just the Valentine soon enough. Oh, as we might as well just go for a Panzer 4, try to take out for Sturmpanzers or Panthers, really. Section they're trying to block the retreat of the Storms, who didn't quite work out. Panther 4 to the rescue here though. Closing in on see 2 Sturmgeschütze almost down there for VonIvan. Direct hit here on the AC, one more hit and it's going to go up in flames. It's going to go down, but there you go, 6-pounder gun maybe to the rescue, but not fast enough. Betsy 2 on the Panther 4, Valentine tank down, another AC here from Paul.A.D. He's suddenly struck, and there goes Section, white Panther 4 down to half health. And we got Panther 6 on the Stormtroopers as well here. VonIvan is keeping his troops up flexible. Panther 4 pulling back there for repairs. Six-pounder gun falling back, grabbing the center victory point. We got Phenom 31 versus Phenom 70. Cancelling the AC for a second 6-pounder gun probably makes a bunch of more sense here versus the Panther 4 and any potential stuff it might have to support. In this case, the Sturmgeschütze aus Fungi. Back here, troops reinforcing, anti-tank guns being hauled forwards. And we got another 250 half-table for VonIvan in this lane to the game. It's certainly a bit of a surprise, not what you'd expect at the 19 to 20 minute mark, but I doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad idea, and certainly has the armored force at least to support it properly. Following the 6-pounder gun, Paulie D is going for sniper now. He's certainly changing up his tactics more. He's trying to move away from the sort of, say, faster, aggressive play, and now moving more towards a sort of slower, creeping style of play with the anti-tank and sniper, slowly trying to bleed up for now, and that's going to force, of course, a change in tactics, most likely for Phenom to deal with that. Storms with the rally took heavy casualties, less good. Of course, the half-tack does help a bit with that, you know, saying if you can flank properly, the Stormtroopers quickly out the anti-tank and using the MP40s inside. But we'll have to see ends up with that. Stormtroopers don't need to retreat now. Really bad spot out in the open here. Stu takes direct hit here. Oh, does not actually look like it though from the 6-pounder gun, but survives, pulls away. Sniper here going at it with the Grenadiers. 1 kill so far. We'll see what this half-tick ends up with here for VonIvan. Stu chucking forwards. Right into the anti-tank guns. Might have been a diversion, otherwise I'm not entirely sure here what VonIvan was intending with the Stu, but there you go. Looks like in fact it was a diversion, using the Stu as bait to switch around the anti-tank gun's position to allow the Panther 4 to blitz him. But right here we can see that Paul.A.D responds by switching up the anti-tank gun's position into one direction, the other, well, in the other direction. And seems to be working there somewhat. Stu almost gets out of there, but ends up with the damage engine. Panther 4 might be able to escape as well still. Not a bad attack here by VonIvan. They could have done with a bit more info support. That's probably the big miss here. Got the anti-tank gun, but loses the Panther 4. That's a bit hard to say there which one benefited from that one. He also almost lost all of his pioneers, so... yeah, I don't think a Panther 4 that was veteran for the anti-tank is a good trait there by VonIvan, to be honest. In fact, I'd say it's a pretty bad one. And now another Valentine here. Paul.A.D, emboldened by the destruction of the Kraut tank, summons up more armor of his own. Though, of course, he needs to be mindful of the Sturmgeschütz. Interesting enough, he's not popping enemy stormtroopers, of course, into the half-deck. That's sort of a, you know, figure he'd be getting it for, you know, stormtroopers he's trying about murdering stuff from the other ones now with the flamethrower as well could do some heavy damage to Paul.A.D. But for some reason there, it almost feels like VonIvan just made a purchase while drunk with that one. In this case, they're drunk with victory rather than drunk with alcohol. Valentine tank moving about here, troops reinforcing, and another Panther 4 there for VonIvan. Got the Stormtroopers advancing. Western victory point of view being lost there to Paul.A.D. Very close to 329 versus 322. Valentine is doing quite a bit of an impact there on VonIvan's troops. 2 kills so far. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Well, there you go. Panther Stormtroopers on the job here doing a bit of damage to the Valentine tank. Need to treat them sooner. They're incredibly low in health and could easily wipe by any sort of stray shot. Worth of course, this is the 3rd Valentine tank here from Paul.A.D, and he's yet to be able to take out for any sort of, well, bigger medium tank, and he probably should be doing that in the long run. And parts are going to actually get out more than one tank at a time. Stormtroopers harassment is running into issues here as Paul.A.D is bringing down the law of the Reich upon them. You got grenades off here. Shoots, misses the Valentine. 6-pounder gun up in the Sturmgeschütz. Got the Panther 4 moving in. Hit direct hit from the Valentine. Tank penetrates the Panther 4 as well there. Section lost there for Paul.A.D. Another AC for Paul.A.D and the 11th Armored. Valentine tank number 3 looks like it's going to be quite dead here. Panther 4 to half health. Almost got it there. Almost. Slow health. Oh, shot bounced. And there you go. Valentine survives for once. It's also close to 52. Up northeast, stooping gates and pushed back. Troops bringing up here under cover the machine gun. Nice attack here by VonIvan. Good uses of the machine gun to cover the assault. Back here, troops healing and reinforcing. Artillery called in. No attempt here, I think, for Nice to take up. And there you go. Pioneers with a flamethrower inside the half tack. Again, he could go for stormtroopers. Oh, wait. Mechanized assault group there by VonIvan. Artillery fire raining down. I think on the Pioneers. Yup, he's trying to silence those. AC now ready to back up the Valentine tank. Or when Walter might need of it. Western points being reclaimed here by VonIvan in the 10th SS. Half track down, did not last long there for VonIvan this time around, bit of a shame. Oh wait, you might still be able to get the fuel point in the east. $268, in fact this is 321 here. Pioneers need to retreat before they get wiped. Oh, hit the mine, damaging the engine of the armoured car, which it gets is a small piece of light in the darkness, but it's just, you know, VonIvan unit's gone. They need to replace the Pioneers. Stormtroopers, they're closing in on Veterancy 2. Paulie D very much aggressive contained here by VonIvan at the moment. He's going to need to make some big moves to reclaim control of the map here from the Germans, the Jerrys. And we got, in addition to Valentine 4 here, we got another bunker up there for VonIvan to replace the one that Paulie D so brutally destroyed. Stu, they're down to less than half health. Stormtroopers right here by the section. That machine gun opening up. Rifle grenade off it. Oh! Due to the heavy carbine, of course, they get there. They are less affected by the rifle grenade, but still quite a bit of a hit. Then they could still end up dying if it's not fast enough to treat them. Back here, healing enforcement going on. Repairs as well. AC they need a bit too. VonIvan Stormtrooper was leading the advance into the eastern side, which is incredibly bare at the moment. Barely any defences there from Paulie D to stall VonIvan's assault here. And the second squad is now being equipped with Panzerschrecks, meaning they got flamethrowers, MP40s, and Panzerschrecks. That's quite the weapons collection. So that is quite a bit there. Tank Panzer 4 being... Oh, that's the Stuke being repaired up, never mind me. And we got now move here for tier 4 by VonIvan. Moving up for the bigger stuff. Panthers and Sturmpanzers and Panzerwerfers, oh my. Section moving eastwards, in the east section routed as well. Paulie D is slowly, I think, beginning to switch his angle of attack from the east to the west, which is good. He needs to stay more flexible here versus VonIvan. Need to avoid just attacking into his strongest. And we got another AC here. Paulie D has yet to take up. Instead, is relying here on a mix of old infantry tanks and armoured cars. Certainly an eclectic vehicle collection there by Paulie D. But obviously, he ends up with Cromwells or Fireflies at any one time. Bit of movement in the centre. And there you go. Another AC map for you out there. Definitely not the usual British builder. You usually do not get more than one AC at any time. But here we are with two, which is essentially his third one. So he's been building a lot of them. Section versus the Stuke in the centre. Pin map machine being added here. Panzer going out there for VonIvan. Oh, probably a Sturmpanzer here, though, of course. With that many ACs plus the Valentine, he might be tempted to aim for more of a Panther, but we'll see. Stormtroopers there trying to do some damage. They caught out and they had to shoot that the AC Valentine wing. We've got 6 guns from his brother. Stuke is on its own to deal with that in the west side here. Points being seized. Paulie D striking with the full wrath of the Commonwealth. Armoured pool there, moving out in another angle, deciding this is too difficult to attack for, too dangerous. Either way, not a bad thing necessarily, since you're going to attack for a very narrow spot. Now moving westwards there, catching the machine gun off guard here with a load of fire. Paulie D strikes here at VonIvan's isolated machine gun, and they're going to send the armor piercing rounds. Plus, we've got the Stuke flanking from the other side. Nice counterattack here by VonIvan. Try and break up the pitch assault, and there you go. AC down. No good armor move there by Paulie D in the end. Still end up attacking a very narrow spot here. Machine gun gaining veterancy 3. There's a tears through the armoured cars and one up close. Stuke falling back here. Clearly a bit too concerned. Also took a lot of damage from the anti-tank guns. Machine gun about to get wiped out here by Paulie D's vehicular strike. And does he get the ace machine gun crew? Ooh, close one there, but not quite. 6 guns going for the Stuke here, but they need to be careful there. Stormtroopers bring up the flanks with Panzerschrecks and MP40s. There you go, that AC could get taken out. Does he pop smoke? No! There we go, AC went down to the Panzerschrecks just before it hits the Talamine. That is some incredible luck there, I guess. Valentine here is zipping away anti-tank as well. There's Stu going to get pursued here. Panther 4. Oh, Stu's not aware of it. Or he's not aware of the Stu isn't yet. Going on a wild chase here for the Panther 4, looking to bait them into the Stormtroopers. Oh, Stu might be spotted here. There you go. Sets up the anti-tank gun. The wild chase continues. No, he can't. He's been pursued by the Stormtroopers. Valentine here is the Panther 4. Section moving up. Nice hit here. Close to the base level on the Valentine tank. Panther 4 getting ready to. We've got the Panther Strike Stormtroopers up here. And, oh, doesn't quite hit. Might lose one of the Stormtroopers if he's not careful. But the Stu survived, and that's in the end what truly matters. Stormtroopers cleaning out the anti-tanks with the MP40s, with the faith of the NC. And there you go, not target weak point, but tactical assault here, gunning down the anti-tank and crews. Ace level Stormtroopers there, they take a bit of damage as well to the section here by firing on them. Sturmpanzer away there for VonIvan. He's lost a Stormtrooper squad by the way. And Paulie.D was able to grab this Panther Strike as well. This is pretty big. VonIvan's got to replace some of these infantry losses fast, otherwise you risk getting buried beneath a tide of British infantry. Another AC there for Paulie.D. Still not attempting taking out there. Pioneers need to retreat. More Pioneers there for VonIvan. Not more Stormtroopers or Grenadiers, or even Panther Grenadiers sadly being considered here for now. Sturmpanzer almost done there for VonIvan. Stug Panther 4 being repaired. Grabbing the centre victory point, we're down to 226 versus the 256 of Paul.A.D. So using the centre, we got a third anti-tank gun there for Paul.A.D. We got a third one. Pioneers had to work here with the armour pool of VonIvan. Sturmpanzer 4 moving ahead. He needs to have the Pendlemat machine gun. Or at least he could benefit from it. He doesn't have to. It's not like there's some sort of rule he has to get it, but he can benefit from it. There you go, section laying down sandbags about the Coh2 blast about the 150 no howitzer there of the Sturmpanzer. There you go. Poor Darren blasted to bits here by the Sturmpanzer 4. Anti-tank can find then the Sturmpanzer. No, by the way, he is using an attack round here, ordering it to not fire anywhere it wants it. What it wants to. Still no attempt at taking out further here for Paulie.D, at least not as of yet. He really, I think, should consider some more stuff up there. 6-pounder gun moving in there. Sturmpanzer 4 rolling back for repairs. 5 kills for farming. Getting a lot there is pretty good for now. It's going to help make up for some of his losses, though again, long term, it really wants at least 3 infantry squads of some kind. Stug halfway fixed up here. AC, oh not AC, but the Valentine tank closing up in on veteran 3 and the ace level. Almost got the machine gun crew, Panther forming back in the east here. And the tank is nearby to blow it apart. And there you go, Stormtrooper with the Panther Strike, rout the Valentine tank for now. Paulie.D has no intention of tangling with that one. Got Bren guns, P.A.D launchers here available for Paulie.D. Interesting choice to go for it at this stage. Well, obviously how that works out could put more pressure on VonIvan's infantry, which of course is rather undermanned. Which is usually not, for example, an SS unit would have. In fact, Waffen SS units had more infantry than a regular army unit. Since while most infantry divisions, Panzer division, all that were basically meant to cut some battalions out of their regiments after the loss of Stalingrad and what there, the Waffen SS were actually allowed to keep their larger infantry regiments. So, for example, when Army Panzer Division by 1944 would have like 4 infantry battalions over 2 regiments. Now there's Panzer Grenadier regiments. The Waffen SS actually had 6 total infantry battalions over 2 infantry regiments like Panzer Grenadiers. So little fun fact. And of course an SS infantry division, which by the way did exist, but they were rather made up of volunteers from say Estonia and whatnot. But for example, they had a 9 battalions run just the 6 of an army infantry division. So that's also, I would suspect, one of the reasons why the Waffen SS tended to perform better in some ways, because they just straight up had more infantry, meaning they could fight better and more coordinated in that sense. It's a little fun note there. AZ Mark 3 almost done there for Paulie.D. There we go. So, still no take up there for Paul. Highly unusual strategy, but as we can see, can work, but it's also clearly got its flaw. There we go. Stormtroopers there, halting the Valentine's assault. There you go, ace level up. But can Paulie D make better headway here versus VonIvan? 205 versus 225. I mean, they're being pretty close there in that regard. Pierre's up there as well for Paul.A.D. Here, stabs there quick with it. Strug approaching Veterinary 2 in the east. Panther 4, Sturmpanzer thing up. Might be trying to assault Paul.A.D.'s base, maybe? Or at least pull off a deep flank. Strug's about to go down. Oh, Shy's a bit of a loss there to Paulie.D. Or VonIvan, though. At the moment, with Paulie.D.'s current force composition, it's less critically necessary. So it could easily be worse. I mean, it would be worse if you say lost the Panther 4 of the Sturmpanzer, to be honest. There you go, Panther 4 on the way to help deal with Paulie.D.'s triple anti-tank information. That is a, I think, pretty good idea there. Need to fix up the AC. Oh, the Valentine. I keep calling it an AC, I don't know why. It needs to fix up the Valentine tank, damn it. AC, meanwhile, there is fine, does not need repairs. Seizing the victory points here in the west, and the fuel point as well. Will Paulie.D. ever tag up? Maybe, maybe not. Hard to say. Machine gun swing about their Panther for almost done. And again, it's going to make it much harder for Paulie to maintain an anti-tank gun front like that. That's going to make it very painful for him to try and do that. So there you go, Panther out here for VonIvan. AC Mark III being blasted. Panther moving up. And we'll likely try and blast here the anti-tank guns once you've got them spotted inside it. He's sending up here to use very good. Ace or Valentine moving up here. Could call in a priest here, I guess, or the sexton, I mean, to deal with some of VonIvan's support weapons. I mean, that could be an idea. Pentrix flying off. Nope, instead we got another AC Mark III on there for him. He's clearly fond of those. He's clearly fond of those.
Damned enemies trying to take a point from us.
Grenadiers being assaulted with a section current there with a Panther as well. Back here, repairs, all that going on there for Paul.A.D. Panther 4 Sturmpanzer, Panther falling back. AC Mark III almost done there for Paul.A.D. Fight is certainly dragging out here quite a bit. Quite a bit.
Armored car completed.
Armored car ready there for Paulie.D. He's going to have to, I think, change up his combat tactics. He has a tendency of just rushing into VonIvan's force, but he's really relying on an force made up of armored cars and the Valentine tank. You really want to be focusing more on flanking, using the mobility you've got available to you, rather than just trying to duel it out with Panther Force and Strug's head on. But there you go, AC tank head on again, alongside the Valentine tank here, trying to take on the machine gun. Sturmpanzer shooting infantry losses. Panther 4 doing what he can there. He's clearly obviously relying on the 6-pounder gun to provide the punch, but again, his armoured cars and Valentine tank are not exactly as sluggish. But there you go, he's going all in here. Might try and use the target tread ability to slow down the Panther 4. No, gets away blitzing. He's about to lose the... Oh, there we go, did actually use target tread there. Holy smokes! Valentine survived for a few seconds before being knocked out here by the Sturmpanzer. We got the Sturm moving in, the AC down. That's the Valentine, that's at least one AC down here, but there you go. Gets your Sturmpanzer. Panther 4 gets the AC here. Heavy losses there for Paul.A.D. Big flank here, machine gun recruit again here by Paul.A.D. But about to go down into the Grenadiers. More important, the Stormtroopers popping tactical advance there, allowing them to increase the damage, of course, knocking out the machine gun crew. An absolute disaster here. Heavy casualties on both sides, but in the end, though, Paul.A.D. is the one that is getting absolutely brutalized in the process. Another Valentine tank out here. 6-pounder guns getting cleared out there by VonIvan's assault troops. Panther with a barrage off. An absolute mess there for Paul.A.D. An absolute mess. Valentine tank getting the Grenadiers inside the house. Oh dear, getting Panther straight. We got the Panther 4 here. Close to the ace level. 6-pound gun repositioning. He's looking for the Panzerwerfer there. For now, in sense that he's already moving away the Panzerwerfer from any potential area the Valentine's likely going to suspect to move in. And Paulie D, of course, unable to find that. He's now going to just lose up his Valentine tank without it doing much. Though, Phenomen's only got a heavily damaged Panther to try and take it out with, so who knows. Oh! Nice attempt, almost managed to bait him into the grenade there. 148 versus 205. Paul.A.D is not giving up here versus Phenom. He's riding his opponent. He's managed to nab the anti-tank guns. Bunker again going out there. That's the second bunker Paul.A.D's taken out there. That's possibly a record for 1 versus 1 match.
A capture point is being overrun.
Possibly a record. And now Phenom, in a surprising move, is going for the Flak Panzer. Not something you'd see there very often.
We're losing a capture point.
Not something you see very often. There you go. Valentine finally down to the 6-pound guns of VonIvan. Machine gun was recruit. Panzerwerfer flying away. But Paulie D definitely dodges most of it. Section gun is quickly taken out by the sections as Paulie D strikes out like a berserker. Flak Panzer there done for VonIvan. We got 205 versus 126. 124. Quite brutal stuff here, but Paulie D seems to be slowly recovering here as VonIvan, though VonIvan still has got plenty of times to turn it back again and stop any attempt at combat there from Paulie D. Pioneer's rather been bolstered. Gundy's squad though still remains without veteran squad leaders. At least he's brought up his infantry complement to a total of 4, which is good. Flak Panzer arrives and helps in wiping out a section. And there you go, double sections outnumbers the Flak Panzer, tearing into them with the fury of the Third Reich. Hammering away, merciless. But there you go, sappers with P. That's in the way and a tank grenade as well there. Flak Panzer down to half health. And of course, moving about like that does make it less accurate. So the sappers are actually more likely to survive, and then rather they just try to stop and murder them. Close there. One more shot. Can Paulie D sappers do it? They are taking heavy damage here, and he gets the Flak Panzer, almost losing the entire sapper section in the process. We got 204 versus 117. Still hanging very much by threat here for Paulie D at the moment. Phenom is, of course, proving to be a rather vicious and irascible opponent. Hang on, cat, grab my hand. Troops here reinforcing. Panzer IV sending out. Will Phenom build a third bunker? Has his heart simply been broken too many times to try and build a third bunker? Believe, Phenom, believe. Which of course is deeply ironic considering I'm known for not building medic bunkers. But that's another story. Anyway, Sabbath section here. Grenade off against Stormtroopers. Panzer IV moving in. Close to the ace level there. Piet fire there against the Panzer IV. Some missing, some hitting. Close to losing the ace storm, so a bit of loss there for VonIvan. Paul.A.D clearly attempting to extinguish the candle there, but not quite having any luck there. VonIvan Stormtroopers once more proved to be blessed by something and managed to escape. Piet things fly all over the place here. Not quite rockets, I'd say. Another Panther barrage here to break up Paul.A.D's forces here in the east. Very good, very good. And looks like something else got wiped again. Paul.A.D's strategy of relying on ACs and Valentine tanks is proving to be a bit flawed here. And Phenom now has an ace Panzer IV bat, which is definitely bad news for any infantry, and for that matter any medium armor. That matter Valentine tank. Still, Paul.A.D continuing to fight the good fight. We got a sniper out here, 1 kill. Will likely soon become 2 kills. There we go. Section versus advancing Stormtroopers and Pioneers. 19 kills there. Will Paul.A.D finally take up, or what will Paul.A.D do here versus VonIvan? 199 versus 103. 102. Bring up the east side there again. Another section away there for Paulie D. No sign of fuel expenditures. 100 points left for Paulie D on the 11th Armoured.
We're losing a capture point.
Anti-tank gun there getting sniped by Paulie D sniper here with the boys. Anti-tank rifle. Note, I think the only snipers I know of that actually used anti-tank rifles were Russian ones, and they used them primarily to clear out bunkers. I do not think the British used their snipers in that way. Considering that at the time to think using anti-aircraft guns against ground targets was unsportsmanlike, I don't think they used anti-tank rifles in that sense as well, so, you know, fun note. And it's being shot at here by the section. Sniper retreat, it could be taken up, finally going up by a veteran grenadier squad there finally happening. Oh no, the anti-tank ends up blocking the retreat of the sniper, and Phenom gets the wipe. Oh dear. Pretty lucky there for Phenom. Rather rubbish luck there for Paul.A.D. D. Section seizing the victory point in the centre leads attempt to. We got the Ace Panther 4 up. Panzerich flies and bounces off the Panther 4's armour. Got the Stormtroopers flanking out with the Pioneer support. Section of coming out the flank here. Might try a grenade here. And Phenom, or Paulie D, does go for another attempt at Valentine tank. We got Panther 5 down there, almost taking out the Sappers here. Pretty solid use of the Panther 5 by Phenom. Section there. Oh, Sappers do manage to get out of there alive. The Pioneers going to go down here. Phenom does not retreat them soon. In the east, we got the Valentine moving up here. Already taking damage here though from whatever stuff Phenom's got in the field here. Section there. Took out something. I think it was the Pioneers. A bit of the dust there. These Pioneers a bit of trouble here. As for Paulie D's infantry strikes hard. These close being well out, in fact, by the Valentine and all the sections. 190 versus 92. Bit more of a definite lead here now for Phenom versus Paulie D compared to the early stages of the game where there was a much closer sort of difference. There we go. Panther down to less than half health. Almost got it here. Close but not quite. Grenade off in the Storms in the section. Oh! Almost got the Stormtroopers. Close one there. And he's pushing up here. Paulie D is actually gaining map control here. Versus Phenom relying large on anti-tank guns, the power of the sections, and Valentine tanks. Phenom has nothing else going on in his base. He's struggling a bit with manpower and also fuel-wise, actually. He's not able to get out anything else. He could go for another Sturmpanzer. He could go as opposed to a Panther, though I think that's less likely in the current circumstances. But a Sturmpanzer, I think maybe an Austrian or just more Panzer IVs. We'll see what ends up with here, though, for Phenom. Savage retreating, grabbing as much as he can here. Paulie D is a whirlwind of activity. Back here, reinforcements. Possibly a bit of healing as well there. Six fighter gun mobilized. Panther moving ahead there. Panther 4 Ace being repaired. Phenom is sneaking about with infantry, looking possibly for any hazards before then trying to possibly grab the victory point. We're down to 170 versus 92. Or perhaps Phenom's got something else in mind here. We got another veteran squad lead upgrade up. Very good. Back here, repairs for Paulie D and another AC Mark III. He's very much determined to stick to that AC Valentine combo strategy. Not something I recommend for newer players for sure. Not even intermediate necessarily. But to an extent, it's working. But I do think you could probably be working them a bit better. Again, he's relying a bit too much on treating them like tanks when he really should be treating them like armoured cars and flank more, rather than just trying to bash straight ahead against Phenom. Still, the sections are very much carrying a large part of their side here versus Phenom. They are being absolutely difficult to deal with. There you go, straight into the long close range. There we go, dodging the grenade. We got more troops coming in. There you go, tactical advance. And we can see here, though, Paulie D's infantry is once more routed by the might of the German Stormtrooper. Though technically there was no real specific Stormtrooper role in the German army. Anyways, AC moving up here. AC Valentine tank. Damn it! Valentine tank. AC is up in the west though. Is he going to try and go for another raid? He's going to see if Phenom's built another medic bunker for him to ruin. Or is he going to go for a flank here? Oh, looks like a flank. He's going to try and look for the Panzer and take it out, but set 9 counters only the Ace Panther 4. Definitely more than he bargained for. Pop smoke there, might be able to escape. Panther that's going to have to try and get away. Oh, lost the Valentine tank though. There we go, caught the right thing. Almost got the Panzerwerfer here though. Panzer IV's on the move. Can he silence the Panzerwerfer? Yes, indeed. But can he now escape the Panzer IV Ace? And probably a lot less likely. 80 versus 143. AC gains virtually 2, but the Ace Panzer IV breaks it. Neatly calls in another Valentine tank, 6-pounder gun there. Trying to do with things as well here. Panzer IV running straight to line of fire. The sappers will land. Oh, dropping P.S. Anti-tank grenade off, damaging the engine. An absolutely brutal slug out here continues. Direct hit on the 6-pounder. By something on the Valentine tank. I think some Panzer somewhere. Panzerfaust. Anti-tank cleared out. Grenades off on the Grenadiers. Kaboom! Almost taking out an entire squad of German infantry. Valentine tank encountering the Ace. Panzer IV needs to get out of there fast. Oh, that's not fast in fact. Well, fast into an early grave then. There you go. Gets a 6-pounder gun, but loses the Valentine tank. Paulie D's forces are slowly bleeding out here. He is losing out in numbers versus VonIvan, who's been able to maintain a better sort of, shall we say, unit preservation. He finally gets the Ace Panzer IV, but the price has been incredibly high here for Paulie D. He's down to just 3 sections, which is more what he had like 5 minutes into the game, and now he's 50 minutes in the game, and that's what he's got left as well. It's not good compared to the VonIvan. While he's starting to suffer some losses, well, he's got a lot more infantry. More important, he's got a lot of veteran infantry with the veteran squad upgrade. And of course, he's got the Sublime Stormtroopers, really highlighting a bit of a problem there for Paul.A.D. He's going to have to work his way through all of that. Grenades being used to punch his way through VonIvan's forces. Trying to destroy the anti-tank and there to deny anything that might sort of support there. Oh, nope, that might have been an accident, but it could also have been intentional. He's basically trying to see if Paulie.D's got any other armor out there. And I think primarily just to see, you know, could he go for the Sturmpanzer and then try and mop up the remainders of Paulie.D's troops? In which case he does. 143 versus 64. Sturmpanzer 4 slowing away there. We got a third medic bunker. At least an attempt at a third medic bunker. He finally went there. My God. Moving eastwards there. It's digging in here with sandbags in the east. On the centre, moving up the east though. We might also dig in with sandbags. That's a very good possibility. Sturmpanzer 4 number 2 almost done there. 4th VonIvan and the 10th SS. Meanwhile, Paulie.D is adding another command Valentine tank. Stormtroopers advancing here, 27 kill section in a bad spot, could take some damage here, then again if he stops up here at a less than effective range, he might also run some issues. There you go, Valentine tank, we've got the Sturmpanzer on the move here. Can Paulie.D stop this newly arrived armoured threat from VonIvan? Or will it basically crush whatever is cut left? Shot bounce here. Big 2 points being seized and seized back. These almost taking out Sturmpanzer shoot, Panzerfaust off in the AC. Anti-tank against P.S. all being brought up here to finish off the Valentine tank. Once more destroying some armoured elements there for Paul.A.D. And there you go. Pop goes the weasel. Paul.A.D's back to just 3 section and a tank gun here. Versus VonIvan. Well, it was down a Grenadier squad and a Stormtrooper squad actually. So, I mean, VonIvan's also starting to run short in infantry as well. But he does have the Pioneers and he's got the Sturmpanzer. And that's kind of what Paul.A.D's lacking. Something big and armoured. I mean, can't even say, you know, calling the Churchill tank. I mean, in which case you have a really strong hand right now. So, I mean, there's been a clear, definite weaknesses in strategy. And who knows, maybe there's a less skilled player. It could have worked out, but VonIvan is clearly a skilled fellow, knows what he's doing. And he's less than intimidated here by Paulie.D. Sturmpanzer falling back to using the centre victory bomb. We got 57 versus 134. Paulie.D could theoretically still win this. I mean, he's, you know, exacting rather high casualties from VonIvan, you know, for VonIvan to gain anything. So, I mean, it's not all bad, but it's looking very much stacked against Paulie.D at the moment.
Damned enemies trying to take a point from us.
54 minutes, slowly approaching 55. Be in fact slowly approaching an hour-long match. More samples out there for Paulie.D. Panzer IV On the way there for VonIvan, halfway done. Sturmpanzer being repaired. The Sturmpanzer 4 is actually based off the Panzer 4 chassis. It was a response to founding in Stalingrad, where they realised they needed something to blow apart, dark units and buildings and such. They had a previous version of it, which was sort of based off the Stug chassis, and it was, well, actually very much looked like the Sturmpanzer 4, just a lot more bulky. Some of them actually ended up in Russian service. Storms swing up against the section. Grenade off against the stormtroopers. Grenade off against the section. Now they attempt to attack to advance this time. I think he chose rather poorly. Almost losing the stormtrooper squad. Panther 4 to the rescue. 6 Panther gun return the favour to the Panther 4. We got 57 versus 114. Fourth section there for Paul.A.D. Sturmpanzer moving up. Oh, nasty hit there on the section. 8 kills on the Sturmpanzer 4. Eastwards bound, we got the Panther 4 backed up by the 6 Panther gun here off VonIvan. Now on the Sturmpanzer. Grabbing the remaining western victory point. To increase the bleed here on VonIvan, but at the same time he can't defeat the others or defend them, so falling down VonIvan can theoretically just rush them, but he just gets a bit more infantry. And that's probably the one thing that's helping Paulie D the most right now. He's got more infantry now than VonIvan, who's most relying on a mix of little infantry, support weapons, and armour. So theoretically, I mean, again, Paulie D's a slight chance because of that, but we'll see. There you go, 93 versus 57. 90. Paulie D is once more bringing VonIvan down to his height here. Need to pop a grenade here, I think. I'll at least consider it. Sturmpanzer moving headed right to the Panther Shake, but there you go. Sandbag shattered, section taking minimal scratches and damage, but no casualties as of yet. But that can quickly change with another hit from the Sturmpanzer, and there we go, down to just one man. The rest are absolutely torn to shreds. 6 Panther gun opening up here. Stormtroopers advancing there. 27 kills. AC Mark 3 again for Paulie D. Just an absolute sheer refusal to take up. I mean, he clearly believes in this strategy, but I do feel like he's wielding it perhaps tactically a bit incorrectly at times. Sturmpanzer moving out. Section cover vanishes. Storms are popping tactical advance up close, and there you go, routing them. Artillery called in here though to defend the victory point, to prevent VonIvan from ending a neutral, but it's not going to work out. At most, he might be able to wipe the stormtroopers, which would actually put VonIvan then one infantry squad. Oh, first shot there, airburst shell messes up. In fact, Sturmpanzer section ended up taking heavy catch from the ship. There we go, stormtroopers wiped. They finally bit it. Utterly annihilated there. Quite a loss for VonIvan here in the late game. 8 stormtroopers. He's down to just one gun in this squad now in the Pioneers. That is actually quite painful there. Machine gun flanking up the section, pop a grenade here, could allow him to deal with that. AC going for the Sturmpanzer, grenade off, machine gun almost down here. More grenades from VonIvan, no attempted stormtroopers here. AC's almost got the Sturmpanzer. Sturmpanzer could almost get there. He gets the Sturmpanzer with the AC. Panther 4 is rushing to deal with the centre victory point. Western victory point reclaimed here. We got 69 versus 44. Anti-tank gun being shot at by another anti-tank gun. AC stuck in the base. Will try and take out another bunker. Who knows? Section here about to get wiped out, but rendered the point neutral here in the centre. Anti-tank gun went down to VonIvan's anti-tank gun. Yup, he's trying to take out the bunker, but he's going to get... Oh, right before he took out the bunker, he got Panzer first. Really close there, really close. Grabbing the machine gun here. Section with the Panther going up here against the Panther 4. 69 versus 42.
We're losing a capture point.
Grenadiers flanking up here. Panther 4 down to Hartfield. Pioneers stop with the machine gun up close here. 6 Panther gun moving up to back up against the Panther 4 in the centre. Grenadiers continue the flank assault. He's going to take out the machine gun most likely. 42 versus 67. Now it's back on for down here to get bled out. Grenadiers versus section. Machine gun wiped out again. He's going to try and recruit here under fire from Paulie D. The rival Grenadiers from the north helps out. Drive grenade attempted. Panther 4 moving in again. Oh, what is it? No, it's standing still. Grenade on the machine gun. And saying here, east of victory point is actually quite there for Paulie D to rout, or seize. Section charging 14 machine gun routed. Grenadiers in the centre holding the line here. We got 13 kills on those chaps. 17 and 5. Grenade off here. Inching off, not against the ones that are more bunched up. But I'm guessing in this case figured he'd go for the easy targets, isolating the more elite and well veteran grenadiers than easier to push away. In particular, also they got 1 P, meaning they're already less effective. So we got 42 versus 54. Hour-long match, by the way. Paulie, despite some massive setbacks and some disasters, actually managed to turn this game around. He's clawed his way back time and time again, proving himself to be an incredibly stubborn and tenacious player. Certainly a dangerous fellow on the battlefield. Flak Panzer away there for VonIvan. Again, more infantry, I feel like really would be one of the biggest things to get around out to help him out there. I mean, his opponent's got 4 sections that really gives him some advantages here, whereas again, he's down to his 2 grenadiers. Bit the pioneers. I really think some additional storms just to sneak out, for example, get in here, rush the strong victory upon these with them would be really good there for VonIvan. Mines laid down here, sappers routed. 35 versus 42. This is going to be a close one. Doesn't have enough missions here for assault and hold either. He's focusing on just 2 victory points at a time, leaving. Oh, well, there's going to be something to the Western one. Flak Panzer almost done. Section over here suppressed. 23 versus 42. Section flanking. Got the eastern point here. Need to try and, I think, flank and support here. The centre push here. 15 versus 42. Flak Panzer around here, but just in time to deal with the flanking section. 13 points left. Flak Panzer to assist in the centre. Grenade off there. Oh, he's going to try and crush them with the Flak Panzer and murder them up close. Push them off the victory point. There you go. Section wiped. Oh, brutal stuff there. Flak Panzer's down to half health. Rashing the Western victory point as well there. We got 7 versus 42. We got another Valentine being attempted here. Machine gun taking a bit of damage from the section, but they're suppressed still. Flak Panzer down, but still it did its job there. Panzer 4 fine flanking in from the east. Western victory point there. Whilst Paul.A.D was focused in the centre, is now being seized. Kennedy is down. Section is still being suppressed with the machine gun. Incendiary armor are being unleashed. Valentine tank here, backing up the anti-tank against the Panzer 4. Pioneers got support here. Hit on the Valentine tank. Panzer 4's close to death here. 7 points versus 35. Anti-tank and crew down. Could he have a chance against the Valentine? Yes, the Valentine goes down. Paulie still got a lot of infantry though. But it's 29 versus 7. Pioneers rolling in. In the west, Grenadiers versus an advancing section. Grenade off there. Dodges it. Troops in the centre being pushed back here. Pioneers and Panzer Force. And we got GG here. Section routed. And there you go. Game over. A loss here for Paulie, an absolutely brutal and spectacular 1 versus 1 here on Crossing in the Woods. And Paulie strategy here at times I would say was very close to pulling off, but again he had a tendency of just relying a lot on brute force with his armoured cars, just rushing them straight down the centre rather than trying to flank and outmaneuver VonIvan. And I think had he tried to rely more on manoeuvre, I think we did a lot better here versus VonIvan. Still, a lot of mean cunning here by Paulie again. Took out several bunkers, took out a lot of stuff there for VonIvan, but he paid a high price in the casualty time to achieve what he wanted to achieve. Still, he ended up being very close to winning this one. Very close. VonIvan there displaying some good tenacity and all that. He could have done with more infantry at times, but I still think he overall played pretty damn well too. So, there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. Hope it gives you different matches. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it. Tell your friends, tell your enemy, family, but don't tell your enemies. And if you like what I do, you can donate or pledge on Patreon. Links in the video description. This is Pro. Cheers. Thank you for watching. You're all a wonderful audience. Hope to see you all tomorrow again. Bye.